A one-day capacity-building workshop on reporting indigenous issues has underscored the need for more accurate, sustained and rights-based coverage of the Abuja original inhabitants, otherwise known as AOIs. The training, organized for journalists by the Network of Journalists on Indigenous Issues (NEJI), was supported by the MacArthur Foundation and the Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education. The initiative aims to strengthen media understanding of the political, economic, and cultural rights of Abuja's native communities. The event themed effective coverage of indigenous people, expectations from the media, highlighted gaps in the current reportage of indigenous concerns, particularly regarding land rights, political inclusion, environmental protection, language preservation, and social justice. Facilitators noted that limited representation within the FCT's governance structure continues to heighten concerns among the AOIs. Coordinator of NEJI, Mr. Adewale Adeoye, says the training is designed to equip journalists with the skills and context needed to report indigenous issues responsibly and professionally. Veteran journalist Francis Abayomi emphasized that consistent media attention is essential for ensuring policymakers acknowledge and address the long-standing grievances of the AOIs.
There will be greater attention to issues affecting the indigenous people, particularly those of Abuja indigenous people. So at the end of the day, policymakers, those in position of authority, can take on board some of the issues affecting those people. These issues are there, but because there are a lot of issues also, there is kind of suppression. The plight of the indigenous people of Abuja are underreported. There's a need for greater attention. And I think those of us that are here today now know that we need to pay more attention to that. So at the end of the day, we advance peaceful, coexistence in the society. Because if the indigenous people of Abuja are happy, it's in the best interest of Nigeria.
Also speaking, Mr. Wale Kasali noted that inadequate coverage contributes to the continued marginalization of the indigenous population and limits their access to democratic benefit. However, stakeholders concluded that journalists remain central to strengthening accountability, shaping public awareness, and ensuring the voices of the indigenous communities are brought to the forefront of national discourse.
The journalists need to make the government accountable and to be a voice to the people of Abuja Indigenes, because despite the fact that they have been marginalized, the dividend of democracy, they are not enjoying it. So as journalists, we need to be a voice to the voiceless, because the Abuja Indigenes are voiceless. Their plight needs to be stated to the world to see the way poverty, the poverty is written all over the community, the way their language is going to extinction. And we are employing all journalists to rise to the occasion, to be a voice to the voiceless, and also to make the government accountable and do the needful and make these people enjoy the dividend of democracy, and that they should be compensated for their land that was forcefully acquired.
Miriam Oke, Laudable TV.